I was walking into the building, my spirits just immediately got lifted. It's a beautiful structure. We've had Sangren 1.0, the old Sangren, for many, many years. And despite the building serving us well over time, it was time for something new. And this is a marvelous structure. The quality of the building, what it offers in terms of amenities to our students and faculty and staff is just top of the top.
What we do here in Sangren Hall is we have a lot of classes from all over campus. People who are taking math classes, sociology classes, English classes, everything, as well as classes for the College of Education and Human Development. A classroom like this is a flexible space for students and the faculty to interact, for the students to be able to make personal contact with the faculty member, for the faculty to ask them to work in groups or to give the standard lecture. It has the ability to do all those things.
When you walk up and see this building, I feel accomplished. I feel proud to be a Bronco. I feel like we are truly getting the best there is to offer. You are getting the top of the line for your education. I don't think anyone could really ask for more than that. So I know that when I graduate and walk across the stage that I was given the best.
This building has made my education seem a lot more accessible compared to the old building, even though it did house the College of Education and Human Development. But now that with this new facility, I spend almost all of my free time here in Sangren, whether I am studying, whether I'm eating lunch, or whether I'm just catching some downtime between class to read. I spend a good chunk of my time on campus in this building now. Some of my favorite features are just the increased amount of study space. There's, booths upstairs on the 4th floor that are kind of private for students to meet. There are conference rooms around the building that students can use just for themselves to get some privacy within group work. I love the education library. It's just super comfortable for students. There's tons of resources in there for everyone to use, and it doesn't seem so blocked off and guarded that no one else can use it, but it's for the whole university.
Sangren Hall is important on a couple of different levels for the community. First, we need to make sure that we're providing modern, up-to-date, high-quality facilities for student engagement and for learning. It's critically important, but it also says to potential students, we're a place that believes in ourselves, we continue to reinvest. It says that we're not someplace that's more interested in the last 100 years than we are in the next 100 years. So this facility really is about extending education, but it's also putting a stake in the ground to say we believe in our future and we're investing in it.
I think that the most important long-term impact is what will happen regarding young people throughout this nation, from our students here at Western being able to have an outstanding environment to learn how to really move our most importance, and that's our children, to success in the future through education.
Well, I'm so excited to have been part of the opening of the new Sangren Hall for Western Michigan University. This has been a project that has been a long time coming. We live in a global economy, and I think that's so wonderful to have a building that has the latest technology and really, I think, connects Western Michigan University to the world.
Yeah, I think it's a multiplying impact. It obviously improves and makes Western wonderful, but when Western is strong and vibrant and a great educational institution, that makes our whole community stronger, and that in turn makes the region stronger. So it's a rippling effect across the community, and that's what I think we know. Being a state legislator, I know that those kinds of things, that these kinds of projects makes impacts like this, and I know that it impacts the community, the university's facilities, and then all the way down to the student who's experiencing the building firsthand.
First of all, this was a long-sought capital expenditure on behalf of this university for many, many reasons. But the economic, cultural, and educational impact that will be derived by this university and this community from the opening of this structure will be immense. The economic impact was immense. The $60 million is local money, essentially. from the general contractor Miller Davis to so many of the materials that were used, as I understand it, to the labor dollars, all essentially have remained in this community. And when you put that type of economic impact into the campus and therefore into the community again, it has an economic impact. It will have a cultural impact. It will have an educational impact by virtue of what is going on and will be going on inside of the building. There is such an integral relationship between this university and this community that I think the benefit that's derived from this structure will be immense. Again, not just for the campus, but for the community in general.
We're a great university, and anytime that we can demonstrate the pride that we have, the sort of sense of care that goes into the design of a building as well as the building itself, the fact that we were able to put together this $60 million structure. We had over 400,000 person hours into the building. We had one minor injury. Safety standards were the highest quality. And also just seeing and having an opportunity to interact with the many workers that were engaged in the design of this. They will be able for years to say to their families and their loved ones, wow, I helped make that possible. And then to be able to bring $16 million into the community, to the state, to help with their overall economics. Wow, what a marvelous gift. And we were part of that, and it's just great.